Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5 of the Level With You show, a weekly video game podcast with 4 guys from Western Massachusetts that talk it up about the video games. I'm Wiley Olmstead. This is Tyler Hadley.
Howdy.
That is Anthony Duart.
I lost my virginity in college.
And that is Brandon Brapton Sikat. I got it right.
There you go. Took 5 episodes, but you got it.
Yeah, I really got it.
We made it. We made it. The
made
big, still single digit, but halfway.
Yeah, halfway. You know, that's something. It's some kind of milestone.
Round it up.
Remember when you turned 10, you get those
5's
birthday
the big
cards that would say, "Oh, hey, you hit the double digits," and I was like, "I'm so old now."
That much closer to death. Happy birthday.
And then you're just stuck at double digits for 90 years.
Forever, and then you can hit double of the same, and it's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
Mm-hmm.
And then it
You
starts
hit
at 11.
10, you hit a teenager, you hit your 20s.
Hit
Yeah.
a teenager, you go
Yeah.
to jail for hitting a teenager.
So how's everybody's week? Pretty good?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Anybody got any highlights they'd like to share?
My week was pretty good. I mean, I did some more house stuff. I had an inspection the other day, so that was super stressful
I bet.
because people, the inspectors, are just telling you everything that's wrong with the house. And the
Sorry
house,
you put money
the
on
house
this,
that
but-
you're about to buy.
Can you make them fix it? Like the people who are selling it?
Oh
to you,
yeah,
can you
yeah,
be like, oh, good.
yeah. So
You can't make them. You can,
well, yeah,
you
that's
can
just-
strongly
yeah.
ask.
Strongly
So,
ask.
Say, hey, I'm not going to buy your house.
yeah, the only reason for the inspection is for like the buyer's protection,
Yeah.
because once you have to have an inspection in order to use whatever they find as like a negotiating tool. So that's kind of like my next step is to talk with my realtor and figure out how we're gonna negotiate either the price down, what we're gonna ask them to fix, see if they'll do it.
So was it a lot worse than you were expecting?
I mean, I really wasn't sure what to expect, but like being the first house I'm trying to buy.
It's a good first time.
Yeah.
So was anything like, holy shit, I did not sign up for this?
I mean, one thing that I wasn't expecting, and neither was my stepdad, who's also my realtor, wasn't expecting, is there was like a decent amount of termite damage,
Uh-oh.
like under in a certain part of the basement that like needs to be addressed, or else it'll.
Well, your house is going to be addressed into the ground.
maybe not that bad.
I hope not. That would suck. I'm sorry.
That was probably the biggest thing, but it's just so overwhelming because at the time, this was yesterday morning, so this would have been Monday. You're just kind of like bombarded with a whole bunch of shit that the inspector's telling you is what's wrong. And like some things aren't that big. Some things
Yeah.
could like get taken care of in a day with some little bit of sweat equity.
But it makes you kind of like question yourself. You're like, oh shit, am I doing the right thing? Like, oh
Yeah,
god.
I was
what's
so
with all this?
stressed out just because there was like a huge list. And then after a while, I was able, like during the day, I digested
Work it
it.
out. Yeah, don't worry.
And-
It's okay. Work
They're
it out.
probably all like that, you know.
Sometimes you have a realtor
Yeah.
buy your house. Sometimes you break up with your friends. It's okay.
When was this
Yeah.
house built, Ted?
It was built in 1971. So, I mean, it's not like a
Good year.
crazy old house.
Great year.
I mean, it's probably it's one of the newer houses that I looked at. And that was in my price range. I mean, other houses I was looking at were like built in like 1900 and like 1950.
My parents was
And-
1930.
Yeah. So, I mean, this house, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having
We're all
a
looking
good
forward
time.
to it.
I can't wait to sleep on
Yeah.
your couch and your hot tub.
And I'll have to get some
Can't wait to wet your
futons.
bed.
Bed wettings where it's
Anthony Brapton, got anything you'd like to share from your week?
at. Still playing Pokemon. We got through a pretty decent amount of Leaf Green.
As am I.
I'm still the farthest behind of the 3 that are playing. I'm just got my 4th badge.
So
So
this is your Pokemon book club.
oh yes, the Pokemon book club.
Every
Exactly.
week we get together,
We sit down. Eric kicks my ass.
sip a few drinks, just talk about it, crack out the link cable.
Yeah, we actually dished out for an authentic Nintendo brand Game Boy Advance Link cable.
And how much did that cost?
$20.
Oh my god.
Yeah, $20. Yeah.
Was it new?
It was very, very lightly used.
Okay,
Slightly
I got there
used.
still, so that.
But no,
Nintendo
I wish it was
products,
brand new.
you know.
But
Yeah.
it was really good. It's actually got a whole like middle square, so you can put like another link cable in because
You
you
can
can do
double
4.
battle.
Yeah, double, so like 4 people could play.
I
It's
remember that.
definitely interesting. What else happened? I didn't drink a lot this weekend, so that was pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of myself for that.
I threw up on Anthony's couch.
You did throw up on my couch. Yeah, he threw up. Yeah, after everybody left, he puked on my couch, and then I was like, "Here, eat some crackers." You're like, "No."
You gave me crackers.
Oh my god, I almost forgot about that night. We ate so much food.
Oh god, dude, I pooped so much.
Oh, man.
I had such bad gas. We ate. What do we made?
We had a feast at Anthony's.
I started with watermelon. I got a whole watermelon and carved it up. I was the only one that ate it.
I know, you should have left it out. People would have ate
It's in the
it.
fridge.
sausage, half a
sausage.
chicken,
Mm-hmm.
burgers,
steaks.
steak,
Wow.
Burgers with cheese and bacon and cheese inside of it.
Oh my god, we made
pierogies.
mac
Yeah,
and cheese.
We made mac and cheese pierogi burgers. So
We're vegan.
We made-
If you couldn't tell.
we made burgers, and then we made up some pierogies, put a pierogi on the burger, and then put mac and cheese on top of that.
Wow.
And then I put barbecue sauce
And
in
I
the middle
almost
of that.
had a heart attack.
Oh, and then to top it all off,
Ice cream
for dessert,
cake.
we had ice cream cake.
Oh, yeah.
My leftover birthday ice cream cake.
That is.
I did not
intense.
partake in that ice cream.
Gluttony at
You
its
would've
finest.
died.
Full. And
And you're lactose. You would have
Yeah, I'm
lactosed all over
lactose.
my... You lactosed on the couch, not on the toilet.
yeah,
That's okay. Yeah, pretty much that. There's nothing
Yeah.
too crazy. Just
played a lot of Pokemon,
Yeah.
and I got to play this little number right here, Doom.
a
And
great soundtrack.
I
Bunch of beats
haven't
and
played
boops.
it in a very, very long time, and I forgot how hard the controls are.
Well, I'm
Playing
sure.
a first-person shooter with one D-pad.
So are you moving with the face buttons and then
You're-
aiming with the
You're
D-pad?
trying.
It's just this. That's how you're moving.
Just
Just the
Just forward, left, right,
Yep,
back.
that's it.
Remember all the
there-
ice
there's-
levels?
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
yeah.
All the ice. Remember any ice level in a platformer you've played, and apply that to first-person shooting with no ice.
Yeah, plus it's like choppy as a motherfudger.
Yep. You
I
can't
wonder
aim.
how many rated M games there were for the Super Nintendo.
One, and it's that.
Yeah.
Like, I think even Mortal Kombat didn't have blood on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, it did.
I think they had an option
Yeah.
you could no, they didn't on the Super
Well,
Nintendo. Sega Genesis did.
yeah, Genesis
'cause
had the
Nintendo
blood.
was the home, like, family-friendly console.
Catholic parents.
Pretty much. That's why I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons.
You got you a Sega for your first communion.
Ooh.
Well, I didn't have too much of an eventful week. Tyler did come over on Friday night, and we had a few of those Sierra Nevada beer camp beers.
Oh, yeah.
I was too busy being depressed in my bed listening to Bob
Great
Ross.
collection.
So we did that. We played the Disney Afternoon Collection for a while, and
At night.
and
Not,
Nick at
not in
night.
the afternoon.
yeah, Rebels.
Rumples. Rumples is good. How much did you... Don't lie to me. How much did you use the rewind button?
A lot.
I don't
We used
blame
it
you.
a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we were having beers. We weren't trying to have anything to prove. I mean,
I could have beat Chip and Dale without it.
yeah,
but
you probably could have. You were a little better at those old school platformers. I think.
Watching you play that at my house reminded me, remember that old calculator game where you could play? It was like Blockman or something like that, where you take the blocks and you move it. It kind of looked like Rescue Rangers. It was just like, boop.
I don't know what game.
32-bit.
I don't know what game you're thinking of, but
16-bit.
I'm just thinking of like the math game where it's like the math muncher.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, the two games we played were DuckTales, which we played
Ooh.
from
Great
start
game.
to finish. It was a great game. It really was. There were obviously so many things in that game that were highly influential to one of my favorite games, Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Check out the review on the channel. And it was cool to go back and see all the influences of that, just kind of how the levels are not, straight left to right. They're really branching in many different directions. There was a couple of frustrating moments where you can't progress unless you walk through an invisible door, and I looked for the invisible door for 20 minutes.
Good.
And I mean, I understand that they were trying to extend the length of the game back when games were super short and they were super hard. So that was a little bit frustrating. But I mean, the music's great. The gameplay is good. I mean, obviously there's some times where I was a little frustrated that you like can't swing your shovel, or not your shovel, but your cane, your cane, unless you're standing right next to something. And a couple other instances like that, like how you have to press down and square to use your cane. And so once I'd played it for half an hour or so, I was pretty well acclimated and adjusted, and by the time I was at level 3, there's only 5 levels. I was really loving it because I think 2 was my least favorite.
Which one's 2? Is it the Amazon? Because fuck the Amazon.
I think 2's the one with the hidden door.
It's
I think of that one.
Transylvania.
Yeah, Transylvania.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And it
There's
was
that
weird, like, because like you beat the last level, which is the moon,
Yeah.
and then it's like
Bombs.
you need to go back to Transylvania to fight.
Morgana,
to fight-
the duck girl,
Yeah, something.
or whatever her name is.
I can't remember exactly what, but then
You didn't. Did you see? You didn't beat her the first time. They just made you go back. Like they're.
maybe it was because we missed something first time around. Was that the only level
No.
where we didn't find?
I think that was just the final boss. That's the way that the game goes.
Go back.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of another design, so.
That caught me off guard a bit, but I was lucky that we didn't get stuck on it too long. So, and then Chippendale, you pretty much played all of that. I was too drunk at that point.
I cruised
awesome.
through it
Sometimes you gotta do
Cruise
that.
control.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
just so while I could get a trophy.
There you go. It's all about the trophies these days,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know why Switch didn't implement any trophies or kind of
Oh my
reward
God.
system.
I know
Sucks.
that really does.
Pretty upsetting, but like not a big problem.
Who
but
knows?
it
Maybe
is.
maybe at E3 they'll surprise us.
They'll be like,
I'm-
ooh.
I like that they don't have it.
Yeah,
Makes
why is
people
that?
play games for just the sake of playing games and not doing tedious little fucking tasks.
That's one side of it. I can see where you're coming from.
Completion wise, it's like fun. It's like, cool, look, I got all these achievements in Dead Space. That took me forever. But like, I don't know. You don't need
But
them.
it sometimes when people get too hung up on them, I think they're a bad thing. But once you're kind of just trying to extend your playtime of a game, maybe trying to accomplish something that you wouldn't otherwise, then I think it's
That's
pretty
true.
cool. It kind of depends.
Because there are some that are like really fun. And you're like, oh, like let's see if I can get this.
Mm-hmm. And then there's some games like the Telltale games, one of which I played through this week, that just give you trophies automatically for playing them, and you got that platinum at the end just for
Doing two
For
other
the
extra
race,
options.
like literally you just play through the game. Doesn't even matter the decisions you make, you are going to get all the trophies. So
It's pretty tight.
with Wolf Among Us, you did have to do a couple different decisions.
I wanted to play that. That
It's
was
really
like right
cool.
after Walking Dead.
It's a really
I
good
wanted to
game.
be like, whoa.
Yeah, that was cool. All right, so we're getting a little up into the video games for the friend field section. So let's just hop on over to the what we've been playing dun 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 section of the show.
Tyler just bought the Switch.
Tyler just bought a Switch.
Oh,
I forgot.
yeah.
I totally
Yeah.
forgot.
You bought the Switch.
Welcome to
Yeah.
the club, brother.
It's not here right now. It's at my girlfriend's house. But
Man.
You
Make
get
sure
the
she doesn't
neon or the
steal it.
gray,
it's the gray.
whatever.
Grainy.
Yeah.
Gray's where it's at.
But I got so now I'll have to play Zelda.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
welcome to that
totally.
life.
Oh,
I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot about the
Truly
best
envious.
game by far.
The first time.
So I
Do you
got
have it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got
I mean, I'm not here right now, but I do have Zelda.
Awesome.
That's pretty tight. That's all you need.
Zelda and Mario Kart.
Oh, I want to play Mario Kart so bad.
Cool.
So how does the Switch like even work with more than 2 people? You just connect the other
Well, you can
Joy-Cons
use the
to it?
Well, for like Mario Kart, you can use like each Joy-Con. It's a
Yeah.
little baby controller.
Yeah, we tried that. We
Kind of
played
a pain
that.
in the ass, but yeah. Other than that, Pro controllers, which are the greatest,
Mm-hmm.
they're so comfortable.
So the Pro controller it's just one controller. You don't put the Joy-Cons in it, do you?
No.
Or okay.
No, you can buy Joy-Con separately and then buy like different colored like holders for the Joy-Cons.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They're coming out with the new Joy-Cons, which I'm not happy about because they're neon yellow.
Electric
Why?
yellow.
Why would you do that?
I think they're kind of
Black and
cool.
yellow.
Are you a
black and
crossing guard?
1, 2, Switch.
Trying to land a plane?
Back it up. Let's go. All right, Nintendo, come on, just dump all your sick ass Pokemon Direct of 8 minutes.
In
of a 4-minute
Japan, they
trailer
have
on me.
Splatoon Joy-Cons. But
That's
it's
awesome.
like Japanese exclusive.
It's not region locked though, right? So you
yeah,
can buy
I
it.
guess, yeah. But I think they're like purple and green or something like that.
They have split
Oh,
splats.
right.
Pretty
I think
cool.
I remember those. You guys Splatoon fans?
Yeah, I
I
have
played
it.
a little bit. I'm excited for the second one because I want to get more into it.
Definitely more fun with friends. I played like the only like friend interaction I had with that game was playing it when I think you came over.
Yep.
We played it one night, and then my buddy Matt came over and we played it. Switched off. It's fun, but it'd be more fun like if a bunch of people were playing because it's not split screen, which sucks. It's online co-op
Yeah,
or versus.
it's pretty competitive.
Yeah, very. It is.
Yeah.
It gets pretty in depth, and you have like boosts and bonuses. It's basically like Call of Duty for kiddies. with like you get armor
Or
ink bonuses.
painters.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone I got a degree
Call
for
of
this
Duty
game.
for painters.
For hoodlums.
I wish I wrote down more detailed notes, but did you guys hear about Nintendo's online subscription
Yeah,
thing?
Yeah, I was looking into that actually yesterday when I was playing a little bit. So it's $20. It's gonna be in 2018. It's gonna be $20
For the year.
Yeah,
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. That's something I can get behind.
But
and then
you get what you pay for.
Yeah, you go back
Well, I
to
mean-
Brawl Wi-Fi.
No, I mean if it works and it's $20 a year, that's cool. But what it's lacking is chat
Everything.
support.
Yeah,
you
what
have
is
to
it?
use a smartphone.
yeah. I don't even.
What?
I
didn't
didn't
look
at the details.
Yeah,
I
me
think
either.
it's
I
going to
just
be
saw
something
that.
that barely. Well, I'm sure some people
Want to
will
play
use it.
Super Mario Run?
I'm just excited for them to release older games. Like every month you can play.
Right. I think that's cool too. So what they had originally said was there was going to be like a game of the month, and once that month was over, then
It goes
you don't get to
away.
play it anymore. But now it seems like they heard all the negative feedback.
Yeah,
and
I think they're changing.
yeah.
that.
So I know that they said that they're going to be releasing. It seems like mostly NES games with online support.
What?
So there's going to be Super Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, and I think there was one other one that they said would definitely be there. So that's pretty neat. I mean, I would hope that they get, dig a little deeper in the vault and play. Sorry, I need something to drink.
I got some Gatorade right in my backpack if you want some.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
help yourself. It's good.
Yeah, I hope they get a little bit more diverse with their collections or with their selections because, of course, Super Mario Bros. 3, one of the best games of all time, but I think that we've all played it on about 3 or 4 different systems by now. And go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, I'm sorry. They're the one like publisher that as you're saying this, I was just like, it's kind of like opening my eyes that Nintendo's the one publisher and the one company that's just like, hey, you want new games? Just kidding. We're just gonna give you more iterations of the same old ones. Like we're gonna re-release it 7 times, and you're gonna buy it.
They got good games.
They do have good games,
Yes.
but they're the only company that like does that. But I mean, I guess they did also pave the way for like home consoles in the U.S. So
Yeah.
Well, Balloon Fight, I thought that was an interesting choice. I remember playing that on the original Animal Crossing for the GameCube.
did you have the e-reader? Oh no.
No, like you know how in the original Animal Crossing
You could get the games?
Yeah, there was like 15 Nintendo games that you could get, and they were really rare within the game. Like you would have to wait for your birthday, then like one of your neighbors would drop one off, or I don't remember the other ways you got it, but I put dozens and maybe even hundreds of hours into the first Animal Crossing, and I think I only had like 6 or 7 out of the. I think there were 15. So.
And just like Pokemon, you can't get like I think it's 4 of them or 3 of them you can't get unless you have like e-reader or you action replay it because like you can only e-read certain cards into the game for Animal Crossing to get like that actual NES game to own it. But so now you just can't like there's some they're in the code but you can't get them in the game unless you cheat.
Interesting. Yeah.
Well, it's all cheat.
Uh-huh.
I got an action replay. Let's go. I got my Game Shark.
Yes,
Yeah,
I.
Game
Let's
Genie.
go.
Yeah, I found one actually in my basement the other day. I was like, oh, I forgot I had this.
That's gonna be awesome.
That would be so great if at E3 this year, Game Shark's just like, we're back!
Remember us? We're third party. We're second party now. We're gonna have your
All your
controller
favorite
last.
games, we can... Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just too hard nowadays.
Yeah, they're just like you can't part or you can't do that.
Yeah.
Free game bot for CS:GO.
Like, all the
It seemed like
skins
such
you
a novel
want.
idea. I mean, I remember booting up those Game Sharks, and it was just like a list of game after game after game that you could...
Yeah, it was
Oh,
super
the-
cool.
Yeah,
You
the
can
whole
still
list.
action replay.
That's
I
true.
used it to get the like Azure Flute in Pokemon Platinum because it's the only way you can get it. Otherwise, other than the event that they had when it first came out
10 years
to catch
ago.
Arceus, like which is actually a really cool part of the story.
Now we're all missing.
You
it.
know, I once waited in line for 3 hours to get a Mew for Pokemon Yellow.
Proud of you. That's awesome.
Really?
I wish I did. I was
Yeah.
too afraid of open
That was at some
spaces.
kind of event where like you had to just... They put it on your cartridge somehow, and... Yeah, that was...
Oh yeah, they had like the looked
I
like
remember
a
it
link
could
table.
learn any move,
Yep.
and it was real strong. But I also remember thinking, it's not as good as Mewtwo.
I waited in line for 2.5 hours for I think it was wave 4 of Amiibos,
Oh,
like
God.
the one with Ness and all of them, and the computers ended up crashing.
Oh, I remember this.
And
day.
I had my girlfriend behind me to buy a second set, So
Come on,
and we
Swedish.
were the only ones in the store who were able to get them before they sold out.
Oh my gosh.
And it took an hour of like the computers crashing and them having to get the system back up.
They have the shittiest system because one store's computer goes down, the whole like sectors
Was
goes
this
down.
Best Buy or
GameStop.
No,
Oh,
GameStop.
GameStop.
And it
Yeah.
worked there. It was just classic
There-
GameStop.
And there's probably like 20 other people waiting, and no one else got all of them. That one other lady got one NES, and that's it.
They only had 3 Nesses in stock?
By the time.
Oh, by the time you got there.
Yeah. I mean, I got mine. I got mine, and some backups.
It's a backup for the vault.
So you brought your cartridge of Doom for the Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Not to just completely change the topic.
No, it's bright and red. I get it.
Yeah,
It's cool.
just like Santa.
So you just picked that up on eBay or?
A long time ago.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Okay.
Probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
So is this like I think we talked about this the other day, but is this like it's just red plastic, right? It's not like painted red.
No,
Oh.
it's just red old plastic.
That's pretty cool.
It's a red old cartridge.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I actually didn't even know it was on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved the Doom games, but I remember finding out that it was for the SNES like 5 years ago. I was like, I'm going to get that and play it. And then I played it the other day for the first time in a while, and
Intense.
it's weird. It is, yeah. He was like drawing or
And
something.
compared to
And
the new one that came out last year, it's got to be tough going back to that.
it's just choppy.
You can literally
choppy.
shoot wherever you want, and you'll
Yeah.
hit. So, like, if you're just like, say the guy's over there, or like what was it? It was like 2 platforms
Yeah.
up, and your gun, you can't move the gun
I'm
at
just
all.
pointed this way. He's up there. As long as I'm in his general vicinity, 40 feet away with a shotgun, bam, you're done.
Pretty great.
I guess
Yeah.
they had to do a pretty good handicap for you with that controller with no joystick or mouse.
Shooting though, like you have to like drift around the corners.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're gonna like walk around a corner, turn like this, and you're gonna get shot with something or
Messed up by like
fireballs
20
thrown at you.
dudes. The 20 dudes.
So
will
you
just
gotta
run
like
around the corner.
sprint, carry that momentum, turn while you're like still moving a little bit from your momentum, and shoot. It's like Mario Kart meets Doom.
Gun
It's so
yellow
hard to
card.
like avoid shots too. they
Yeah.
come at you so slow, but it's like, duh.
Yeah, and you can only see so far, but you'll be getting shot. You're like, where am I getting shot from? It's just pixels.
Yeah. They're right behind you. Or like they'd have that one part where you're going around the corner and the room was all dark, and then you'd go around the corner and it was light around the corner, but then like 7 dudes are just like,
Yeah. Yeah, you'll like hit a switch and then like a door will open and there'll just be like 50 guys waiting for you. It's
And you're like,
all
nope,
right.
sorry.
But yeah, it
was sweet
it
to
was-
watch.
Yeah, I beat the first world and then it ends with you just going to hell and you get killed. And then it's just like, oh, what were you expecting? A bunch of gold medals, you little Olympian? And it's like, okay, we'll move on to the second part. You're now in hell. And
Have fun.
I made it probably like halfway through before. I don't think it saves, so that's
That sucks.
I like how you
unfortunate.
have all these brand new 2017 games, and you're deciding to go back and play the Doom
Dude,
port.
SNES
for
is my
SNES.
favorite console ever.
Well,
Never
yeah.
die.
I myself have been playing Wild Arms as
Yeah,
well.
more of that.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty far into it. I think I'm level 23-ish or so. I think I'm using a game fac, like, casually. Like, I'm not, like, looking at it every second, but there are...
certain parts I can see.
Yeah,
that.
certain parts I'm just like, I don't want to have to figure out exactly where to go by talking to every single person, or I forgot where this was. I'm just gonna check it out, and it's kind of fun also using these game facts that are made by just fans of the game.
Yeah.
They're not like official IGN guides or
Reddit.
anything like that.
Reddit guys.
Just like this guide was written in 2003, I think, is the last time it was updated, and I was looking at how many times it's been used, and it's been used like 276,000 times
Oh,
or
yeah.
something.
Oh my
And
god.
yeah, so and they're very sort of basic outlines of what to do, and like there's just been a couple times where I'm like there was this one section of the game where I was entering an area called Giant's Cradle, and there were you need 2 keys to enter it, and I was like, well, shit, I have no idea where to go to get these keys, and I don't quite feel like looking all over the map and running into 50 random battles. I'm just gonna look up the game fac and find out exactly where to go. So that's been helping me along with my enjoyment of it overall. I do think the story is really picking up and getting more interesting now. The music's still great. Still getting pissed off by all the random battles.
Yeah, it doesn't end.
But one of my favorite things about it is how each character has these tools that they use that sort of makes the dungeons feel a little bit less repetitive, because you're solving puzzles that, while not Zelda quality or anything like that, they do kind of shake things up and make it so you're not just going from point A to point B. There are some additional systems that they introduce to keep things interesting. So definitely enjoying my time with it. I think that it's I'm coming around to it more so than I was last week.
I'm really happy for you, dude.
Thank you.
It's a great game. You should definitely play, if it goes on sale again, Wild Arms 3 for the
PS2?
for the PS2 on the network. Because it was I think it was on sale a couple weeks ago, and that's why I got it. But it's really fun. It's awesome. It's like that. The 4 people meet up in the beginning. You have your prologues, and they all meet up, and then you have that party throughout the rest of the game. Nice, like cell shaded style.
Very cool.
Speaking of ARMS, I think 10 days. Yeah, 10 days ARMS comes out.
ARMS.
Yeah,
If you guys want to play that,
I do.
I do
I'll
want to
have
play
it.
because
The
you're going to
sweet
buy it, and
They made a badass character.
I like ARMS. I've always had them.
Used them,
Real
never
big
failed
fan,
me.
honestly,
So sometimes.
Grab stuff, put stuff down.
I wonder if this game's going
Arms.
to have legs.
That's the sequel. All right.
Do you see it? There's a trailer on YouTube that I saw the other day. I was like, why is this a thing? They're like, ARMS, 46 alt colors for characters. And I'm like, I don't care. But it was pretty cool. They have a fat-ass new character there. The girl, I don't know, the Mexican girl, but she's just like hourglass, big-ass hips and booty. And she's got like, her pigtails are her arms. And I'm like, I want to drop arms.
I was watching like some of the gameplay for it, and apparently the most fun gameplay, they have ARMS basketball.
What?
Where you just slam your opponent like through the hoop.
So it's like a sideways hoop? So it's like
It's
they be over there and you
I-
punch
I
them
think
through
it's-
it?
I think it might be like half court. I don't know if it's full court.
Three
or not.
3 points.
But yeah, you just shoot your opponent through the hoop. You grab them, and I don't know.
Nice.
Looks
I'm on a helmet.
looks very interesting. Definitely different.
I definitely want to play it.
Yeah.
It
Definitely
looks cool.
seems
Let's
like
play
a Joy-Con.
Gimmick game.
Like, well, I'm just saying, like, you need to have the Joy-Con to fully enjoy it, I would think. I mean, of course you have them if you have the Switch, but I wonder if it's still fun using a Pro Controller.
I don't know if you can use a Pro
Yeah,
Controller.
no.
I think you can, because I was
Why
hearing them
wouldn't
talk about it on the Beastcast, and they were saying that you can, in fact, use...
Why wouldn't you be able to?
Oh, I don't know, because it looks like the main functionality of the game is like, all right, left, right, and it's like that's the point of it.
Well,
So I would be like,
yeah, that's probably optional.
I wish Skyward Sword was up.
Yeah, but you don't have the
I don't
same...
have stupid motion controls.
control unless you're using your fists
Or
and
Game
motion
Shark.
controls.
Game Shark, Game Arms.
Hey, and I have a Switch now. 2 people can play.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking cool,
Or
guys.
4 people if you
Yeah.
got 4 Joy-Cons
Yeah.
now.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's true.
I mean, can you play with one Joy-Con? Can
Yeah.
one person play with one Joy-Con?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And
Oh,
like-
yeah, but you have 2 arms, so...
Yeah.
Oh wait,
I'll
no,
take
one,
not,
you take
the other
probably
one.
not in that game. I thought you just meant in general.
I'll
No,
take one, you
Like
take
in
the
Mario
other.
Kart. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Mario Kart 4
Oh,
of us
I
can
wonder
play.
if one person can control one arm and the other person controls the other.
Ooh, that could get interesting.
That's
That
called
would
a
be
reach
interesting.
around. It's my
that,
favorite.
that sounds like it could be a...
Sounds like a nice slice to me.
Yeah,
Nice.
tie your arms together. Yeah, nice,
let's go with
nice
three.
slice.
Doink.
Be hilarious. Let's go, Wiley.
Donk.
We are
Beat him every time.
one.
Look at,
This
We
is
are-
arms.
Right, look.
all right, go.
Yeah.
Get him. Bop him.
Some
Hit him.
practice.
Get the alt color. I need 46 alt colors.
I'm one of the greatest fighters in the world.
I'm going to bite the ear off. Nobody makes me.
Uh,
But speaking of modern games, too, the...
Modern Warfare 2.
Bop, bop.
What?
Remake
Prestige
coming out.
Bop, bop, bam.
I would actually be excited for that.
Miss me.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do that with the new Call of Duty.
They
Modern-
should.
With Modern Warfare 2
That's-
remastered. I can see
It's a
it.
great game.
Did they do that?
No, but
No,
they did it with one.
the
first
one,
one.
Yeah,
But the second one's, in my opinion, better than the first one.
Speaking of the second...
No,
Yes.
it's not.
Oh, yeah? You want 1v1 me, bro?
I'll take
I
you
went
down.
back then because I was fucking nasty.
Well, I'm still nasty, bro.
Alright, guys, you were saying something?
Oh, no, what? Oh.
Stay down.
I'm gonna probably think
You're
about
saying something about modern games.
modern games. Modern.
They're fun.
Modern
you
Family.
like them.
They're fun. I think I might return my modern game I just bought recently, Injustice 2. We might do that or sell it on eBay.
There you go.
Because I want to get Tekken 7 now and fall into that fighting game rut. But it's just like I don't want to pay $60 for Tekken, but I'll use the money that I get from Injustice 2 because it looks.
I could see that.
I could get behind
if
Tekken
you
a little more.
think that you're done with the story mode and
Yeah, the online is
you're
just
not super
upsetting.
into it, then
I don't want to play a mode that makes me like blind.
What happened to the excitement of unlocking characters in fighting games?
That is a good question because we
Because you
have
couldn't
no
just buy them
characters to
now?
unlock. Yeah, they were all in Injustice.
They're
They were
just
all unlocked.
there.
They were all there.
Like that was the best part.
well, now you're unlocking
Be like,
sunglasses and fun.
I don't
pants.
want
Super
sunglasses.
sword.
I want mystery men.
You could buy Darkseid. I think that was the only one. It's
A
like right in the
new
middle. You could
character
buy him.
approaches.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
sick.
exactly. It'd be like, who's that question mark? I don't know that question mark.
It's all
Or even if
blacked
it
out.
shows his outline,
That
I'm
was
like,
one
I
of the-
know who that is.
I remember that from Smash Melee,
Yeah.
especially.
Yeah.
Didn't that give you like no other feeling at the time of like accomplishment where you're just like, oh my god, it's like, oh I got Ness. I was like, I'm so close to getting
Yeah.
Mewtwo.
Getting
Game
characters.
and Watch.
Yeah, oh god. Roy, I was so pumped.
Yeah, that.
And then you get so pissed off when you lose against them.
Yeah.
It's like, are you kidding me?
I didn't even know what I did to get you.
When you get just one hit, you're like 300% health
Yep.
each,
Yeah.
and just boom.
Sudden death. Death.
Death.com.
Yeah, that does suck. I think the same thing with Tekken too. I'm pretty sure in Tekken 7 all the characters are already unlocked, and what you do is you use your fight money you get to unlock more customization options, like
Right.
Injustice, except it's not stat
It's
based.
probably because of online.
Yeah, that's
Because if
true.
you go on there, you want to have like all the characters available. But still, it's annoying.
One thing I like about the Tekken series, and granted, the one that I've played by far the most is Tekken 3.
Nice.
But it has a certain fluidity to it that you don't get from Injustice. Injustice is very
Very
kind of
clunky. I felt
bam,
compared
bam,
to.
bam, bam. It's just like the punches feel great when you land them.
Your string combos
but when
like
you're
nothing.
just kind of walking around, the characters feel like they're almost walking through mud or something. I don't know. Like it just doesn't have the
Yeah.
same
They're
kind
not
of
I know what
fast,
you
yeah.
mean.
yeah. And playing Tekken, everything's super fast. The combos are.
They slide like butter. If you get it off, if you're able to string off combos, it just goes. That's one of those you can just finish a match in maybe half a minute just because you strung a guy. Like, you hit him up, you gave him an upper, and you did a little air combo, and you got him down, you hit him on the ground, and then it's
What was
Right.
Tekken 3 for?
PS1.
PS1, yeah.
Yeah.
Tekken 4
It was
was the last
PS2.
one I played, and I played that a lot.
Remember that wood guy
Yeah.
you could unlock? Do you remember
Yeah,
that? That was
yeah.
awesome.
I even remember the character that I liked the most. I think it was the character that all the kind of non-serious players liked, Eddie.
Oh, you liked Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that the guy that walks on his hands?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
the one that was just.
We were talking about him the
he
other
was
day.
just able to do all the
He's just a
tricky
weirdo.
moves.
My favorite character in that game, remember Gon? The little dinosaur?
Oh,
You could unlock. He was
a
awesome.
little bit.
Yeah, he was really cool. He was like, he had his own like manga series in Japan. They never brought it over, but they could have brought it over very easily because it was the only manga produced, or one of them. I'm sure. There's no text at all. It's just pictures, like because the character doesn't talk.
So it's a picture book.
It's a picture book.
It's a backwards picture book.
Yeah, in black and white. It's sick.
We gotta get our
Alright.
hands on that.
I love the art style. The little dinosaurs draw so cool. He's a little badass. He's like this big, but he's just like pissed off all the time.
I
He's
can
got
finish.
Vegeta
I can
eyes.
finish that book so fast.
It's a good book.
Uh,
Read it.
so, anybody else been playing anything of note this week?
Yeah, just Overwatch.
Just Overwatch.
Banjo
I actually-
Kazooie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
I started it.
Oh,
Then I got mad.
okay.
That's how it happens.
I was like, this isn't as good as Donkey Kong 64.
What do you mean? Stop and
That's
swap.
crazy.
It's not as
Overwatch, I'm almost at platinum rank because I found a kid online, like a 14-year-old, who was
Ah,
really good.
Diddler.
What's his name? When are you guys meeting?
What was his name? His name was Farah. That was his name, and he plays Farah really good.
It was an actual 14-year-old when I was masquerading as a 14-year-old last week.
Yeah,
it was awesome. We played.
Yeah, we won. Like me and like one of my friends from high school, who I actually just started talking to again because I found out he played Overwatch.
That's funny because I just stopped talking to one of my friends from high school.
Because they play Overwatch.
No, I wish that was the problem.
Yeah, we partied up and then we like won tons and tons of games, and I was happy.
Nice.
Gotta get one of those Android.
What about
flat
you,
boxes.
Wiley? I know you picked it up.
Yep.
Oh, you bought it?
I picked it up. Well, I
What'd you get?
bought it from PSN. It was,
Overspotch.
Yeah, it was on sale. I was like, I've been on the fence with this game for so long because I played it on a free weekend a while back now, and I did really like it, but multiplayer shooters, I get into them sometimes, but not too often.
I feel you. I'm the same way.
And but this one I felt like, it's a good one to have digitally, first of all, because it's one that you want to keep coming back to, and if you don't have to switch discs, it's kind of like, well, I'm playing my main game that has the disc in the PS4, but then I can always just switch over to Overwatch. And also, you're going to have the game online to play it anyway, so in 20 years I'm not going to be playing it. So anyway,
You don't know that.
Well, yeah, I guess maybe I don't know for sure.
PS4 is in business.
But I really enjoyed the 3 or so hours I played of it yesterday. I was told by a coworker of mine that starting out as support characters is a good way to go.
It's pretty fun. I like it.
Yeah, it's good advice.
And I really like the character Mercy.
Yeah, Mercy's pretty good.
Yeah, so she has a gun that heals your teammates. So I'm just walking around constantly feeling like I'm helping people out. And you can also buff them with the other...
With the right click?
Yeah, or the R1, or I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
And you can do some decent damage with the gun too, but mainly you're just healing. And a couple games where I was getting my ass kicked, I was getting frustrated, as I do. I tend to get a little more angry than most people when they play.
I kind of want to see you angry, Mad, but I don't at the same time.
Yes.
But
do you talk a lot of shit like Tyler does?
No, I don't. In fact, I mute people. I don't even like to talk in games. Like
Yeah,
I
same. I don't like
always
voice chat. I don't
immediately
like voice
mute
chat.
people
Yeah.
because if they start kicking my ass and I hear them, I will freak out.
Put a voice to the picture.
Like I heard some guy bitching like right when the game started. He's like, "Oh my god, are you serious? Did somebody leave already?" And I was just like, you know what?
Yeah,
I
so
don't
am I. Boop.
I don't like people being hostile. Like when if people are cool, which they rarely are, if you're in a random match, then I just go for the mute. But if I'm playing Destiny or something, and I've got like a crew of people that I know, then it can be great.
Thankfully, yeah, that's just like when you... I'm pretty sure Destiny stuck to party chat, right? Like, you don't hear random other people if you're in a party?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
There's
how it
usually
is.
a mode for it.
Yeah, I think there is a voice channel that was like rarely used in the Crucible. But anyway, so yeah, Overwatch was great, especially once I got to play the game one time. That felt really good. And then also people voted for me as player of the game.
Doesn't that feel so good?
Yeah,
You're
it
like,
really does.
oh,
What,
yeah.
the AIs?
that happened to me, actually. The first game I played.
I did play a few games because I didn't want to go in just being such a scrub.
Yeah,
I played like 3 games against the AI.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did too.
And then I also was like...
I'm still leveling, doesn't matter.
11 kill streak. I was like, I'm the best.
Fuck yeah, and then you
But
go
it
to
was-
real people and you're
yeah,
like, I'm still dying.
terrible.
I just like cleared out the first room of my basement so I can set my computer back up. So we should definitely. Well, Wiley can't because he's a nerd, but the rest of us should play some Overwatch.
Yes, I love
I'll
me
be
some
sick of this
Overwatch.
cross-platform. I'm stoked for when we do this Destiny thing, when Destiny 2 comes out. I'm excited to like play with friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys
I'm
don't break
actually
up with me
excited
before that.
for
Yeah,
Destiny.
and
Yeah,
the
well, you gotta get a
multiplayer,
PlayStation.
I don't wanna.
they're switching in Destiny 2, how everything was 12 players in the Crucible. They're switching it to 8, which is weird. But
I never did the Crucible, really. I never got, like I said, didn't get too far. But
I did a pretty good amount.
that was like the arena, right? It was
Yeah.
PvP.
I mean, it was
A little
PvP,
bit.
yeah. So 4 of us, 4 players. It's gonna be
PlayStation
sweet. y'all.
4.
Some other random guy.
That's why they call it that.
Did you see that Sony is releasing like some special deals next week?
Mustard, have
Or-
fun.
I saw something about that.
It's either next week or the week after. But they're
Uh,
releasing a gold PS4 Slim
What?
Why
for a
not?
limited
Why?
time. I don't know, it's
Gold
cool.
Mar comes with the
That's
free
cool.
gold Mario.
yeah, might be
amiibo.
your time, Brandon, to finally
Get the
hop
gold
on
What
that.
do I gotta do?
Just spend $250 on a
Buy a gold
gold
Mario.
PS4.
Oh, they're selling it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a week.
A limited dish.
I want a Pro though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it doesn't come in Pro Gold.
Why would they do it with the Slim?
I don't know.
So
You look at this super cool thing, but internally it's not as cool as that thing.
See, it's what's on the inside that counts, not the stupid
Yeah,
gold plating
exactly.
outside.
Shallow.
I'm very
Good
shallow. I gotta work
question.
on that.
But I guess also like Neo, Horizon Zero Dawn, and the new MLB game is going to be on sale
Which
for like
that's one of the
$40.
biggest reasons I want a PS4. I
show.
love baseball games.
Well, yeah,
and
that's
they
pretty
don't
much the only way
make
to
them
go.
anymore.
Yeah,
At
the
least
show
for
is great.
other
Because
systems.
2K dumped out, and then they have that other
them
MLB
out.
game, like RBI, which
Arby's.
got terrible.
Isn't it interesting
terrible
how that's
reviews.
happened over the years? Like there used to be 3 football games, 3 basketball games, and 3, what did I not say? Baseball games. And now there's
Sports ball.
Madden's the only NFL game. 2K is essentially the only basketball game, and the show is essentially the only baseball game.
Yeah.
They still making that
Yeah,
for
that is
PS4?
weird.
They are, and
It's only
apparently
on
this
PS4.
year it gets like 9s and 9.5s, and it's just really
Yeah,
highly
It's
rated.
the same game, but
I've-
with new players.
Well, that's because the
That
other
is
games
how
were
it
so
is.
shitty. Like fucking NBA Live. I remember when I started playing Xbox, I played.
Can you beer me, Brandon?
I bought.
Oh yeah.
Why, like, can you Gatorade me while
I-
we're passing stuff?
I bought NBA Live, and I was like, okay,
Thanks,
this is
sweet.
cool. And then all my friends got 2K. I'm like, oh, well, I want to play with my friends. So then I got 2K after already buying NBA Live, and it was just like 10 times better than NBA Live. And I was like, how is this so much better?
I'm sorry you had to
Yeah.
play both of those. It was
There's
probably really
a
hard.
there's
And then I
a
never went back to NBA Live.
Exactly. And,
When I was a youngin', I had NBA Live 98 for the PlayStation 1.
Oh,
Had
yeah.
Tim Hardaway on the cover, and what I used to do was turn fouls all the way off, and I would just slam into people
Bop.
constantly, and
This is a
just
fighting game
kick
now.
people's ass, and you could literally just like knock people down constantly, and I thought it was great. I thought I was really good at it, but
I remember there was I had some NHL game for Super Nintendo, I think. And I just remember, like, it had, like, this weird music at the start of every game, like, when they were having a face-off, and every time, like, people ran into each other, you'd be like, "Kakui!
That's
just
awesome.
big grunts.
Big crush
Yeah.
grunts. Just,
That's hockey for you.
that's great. I think the only sports game I ever owned and, like, semi-enjoyed, but they got bored. I only played, like, 2 matches was NFL Street.
NFL Street, not
Yeah.
NBA.
No, NFL.
Dude, NBA was the shit. Back when that came
Did
out,
they have Street? Oh, yeah, they did have Street. That's right. There
NBA
was,
Street was one of the first great PS2 games.
I think my brother had that. Yeah, my
Other
brother.
than
It was the one with
Crash
the silver chain,
Bandicoot,
yeah.
yo.
Not PS2.
PS2.
Rather Cortex,
Yeah.
bruh. Is that the one you're talking about?
That
Wrath
wasn't
of
even
Cortex?
good. The PS2
The-
crash.
Yeah, it was. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No, it was.
Oh, you want to replay it right now?
Is that is
Yeah,
that, is
it
that
was.
out?
I mean, I was.
Is that out? The new one, the new Cort.
Oh no,
That was the
Insane
last
Collection.
good Crash
Yeah, that-
Bandicoot.
Um,
It was different, but it was still a really good game.
I remember feeling at the time, and I'm a huge Crash fan because Crash
Apparently
2
not.
was the first game I ever owned.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Wrath of Cortex was
I'm gonna look
not
that up.
developed by Naughty Dog, first of all, so
It was really bad, okay? You're wrong.
Yeah,
Wiley's right.
No,
I mean,
no,
you guys should fight
no,
about it. Come on, let's
no.
go.
What are you
No.
gonna do?
All right, we'll play it again sometime
Oh,
soon. We'll
yeah,
see
we
if
will.
maybe
Let's
I'm-
do it. We could do a let's play of
I
it.
guess we'll see.
I get nifty. I want to find out when Insanity.
You mean the new Crash collection?
Yeah.
June 30th.
Oh, that's right. It's end of the month. I was like, it's either beginning or end of the month.
Yeah,
Insanity.
yeah, I'll be picking that up for sure.
Oh yeah.
Wrath of Cortex.
Only $40.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's a
Oh
good
yeah.
game.
Cortex Strikes Back. That's
Yep.
the best Crash game, which is 2.
Yeah, that is amazing. It's so hard.
1 is hard. 2's not that bad.
I thought 2 was pretty hard. I'm also terrible at platformers, so
Oh, okay.
Eric always makes fun of me.
Yeah, two's probably the best.
2, yeah. A lot of people. I mean,
3's good.
they all have their.
I
War.
Good things
cleared
about
that
them.
game. Like, what is it? Like 115% you can get if you get all the crystals.
I never 100%ed it because
It
just
takes fucking forever.
that and just a few of the gems are really well hidden, and
Yeah, they are.
I think
You
it's
can
gonna
backtrack
be
a lot.
it's gonna be fun to now that I'm a much more seasoned gamer that to actually try to accomplish some of the things that I didn't when I was a kid.
Do you guys remember that level with the lights? It's like the basic like jungle level. You're going down the lane, but you have that bug that's in front of you, and you have to stay with it. And if you just let it go too far ahead of you, it's just everything's black, and you're like, I don't know where to go, and you just fall really easily. I think it was in 2.
It was
I'm pretty
in-
sure. Because it's like the little firefly. You're like running in the jungle,
yeah,
and you hit
yeah,
it, it
yeah,
circles
yeah,
around you for a bit, and you
yeah.
have to keep up
I
with
hate
it, and you
those
just let it
types of
go.
levels.
Yeah.
They have those in Donkey Kong too.
Not sure.
It's like
It's real hard.
the light fish.
I remember the Panda Bear levels. Those were the shit.
Yeah.
Panda bear. Is that when you ride it?
Yeah, when you ride it and it's just like. In
Oh, the
beginning-
polar bear?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the polar bear.
I was like,
sorry,
wait a minute. I
sorry,
was thinking
sorry.
about Panda Bear in 3.
He's so cute. You think he's a panda.
I like how he like, gets
Two
behind him. He's just
different
like,
parts of the
I
world.
know. I was gonna say, yeah, he does the like. He
Same
looks behind
climate,
you.
same diet.
Yep.
And did you? I remember that if you jump on the top of the panda bear that's waiting outside,
Yeah.
you get 10 lives.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do the glitch, and you just.
It wasn't a
Plop on him.
glitch. It was
The
secret.
cheat. Secret cheat.
Yeah.
I think it's what 7 or 9 hits for every box, like on the bonus levels, where it's like 1, 2, 3, so you can know like when you're jumping.
Yeah,
on
I think it's 10.
10. Shit. I was wrong.
All right.
But it took me 3 tries. You're out.
You're out of there.
What else we got? Okay, so last game I want to talk about that I played was Walking Dead: A New Frontier, which is essentially season 3 of Telltale's Walking Dead series, of which I'm a fan of their series of games. They're kind of like my comfort food, you could say, when I just want to lay back and play something not too intense. In fact, kind of the opposite of intense.
Yeah.
I
have to make it's pretty intense decisions though, because
I mean, the games have the best arguments. That's what I feel like the Telltale games are all about. It's just pissing characters off and figuring out, do I want to go this way or that way to resolve the situation? And I think they're essentially all pretty well written. And I've enjoyed my time with the Game of Thrones game, with The Wolf Among Us, with Tales from the Borderlands.
I heard the Game of Thrones one was really good.
The Game of Thrones game is underrated. Like, people really kind of didn't that didn't take off at all, and I don't think that they're planning on a season 2, although I could be wrong about that. But yeah, Game of Thrones was definitely solid, and it had some really strong writing. But Walking Dead Season 3, or A New Frontier as it's called, was overall, I would say, a slight disappointment.
How many eggs?
How many eggs?
True. We'll save it till the end. Go and explain yourself.
So I am a huge fan of the first game of the series, The Walking Dead Season 1, which is kind of what started this Telltale renaissance. And 2, I thought, while not quite as memorable, was almost as good of a game overall. This game, it's got 5 episodes, just like the other ones did. On the whole, I think they're only about 60 minutes to 70 minutes long, which is substantially shorter than the season 1 and 2, which had episodes that were well above 2 hours.
Yeah, each.
Yeah.
And so you're saying that the whole game is like 60 minutes?
No, each episode.
Oh, okay.
So like they're all essentially the game's only 60% as long, I would say, as The Walking Dead Season 1, which could be a good thing if it had as strong of a story as those, but it really doesn't. I mean, it is cool to see a new perspective and have it still be engaging. So, as you guys probably know, you play as you don't play as Clementine, but Clementine, who's this young girl in The Walking Dead Season 1, she's like 8 or 9.
Sounds like you said Walking Tits, and I was like, I want to play that game.
Okay. So she's a central character that is sort of the protagonist, Lee. He's kind of her caretaker in Season 1. And then in Season 2, she's the playable character. And that was neat. She's a couple years older, a little wiser. And then in Season 3, it's a little bit of a spoiler here. I apologize if this is a bummer. But she's in the game. She's kind of a side character.
Put your earmuffs on.
I wish I...
No, it's all right. It's not too bad.
It's not that bad?
No.
Okay.
So she's in the game, and she is still a strong character. The parts with her are... Some of them are interesting, or I don't know about interesting, but they're the most engaging because you have a history with this character. You feel a connection with Clementine, especially since you've seen her grow up, and they've done a really good job at making it her arc from scared little kid to
a big
badass 14-year-old.
A big old fruit.
What she is in A New Frontier. And so you in this new game, you play as this random new guy named Hobby, who's this 20-something Hispanic guy that has a relationship with his older brother, who's kind of a real hard ass. He kind of reminded me of like Shane from the Walking Dead TV show.
Shane was the worst character ever.
Which one was he? The guy who was like, the big guy, the guy with the big nose.
The guy that thought he knew best and that Rick killed.
I'm gonna bang my friend's wife.
Yeah, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, and there's some interesting drama with his wife. He leaves once the whole apocalypse starts, and you kind of become a thing with his wife. So that's kind of a cool makes for some intense moments because I'm not going to spoil anything, but like just the drama of that situation, they do a pretty good job with that. And I did think this season started off really strong. Like those episodes 1 and 2 are really good. 3 and 4 just kind of, it doesn't go to the same heights that season 1 and 2 do throughout the entire thing. And then episode 5, while it's not bad, it didn't have the sort of grand moments that season 1 and season 2 did at the end. So overall, I thought that it was certainly worth playing.
How many eggs?
How many eggs? All right, out of the dozen, I'll give this one 6.5. 6 and a broken egg.
And you get half the yolk in there
There you go.
for your troubles.
Now you're getting it.
Yeah, worth playing. If you're a fan of the series, you're still going to have a good time. If you're a newcomer, definitely go back and play
If you
season
pizza
1.
when
Season
you're
one
getting a
is
french
awesome.
fry, you're going to have
Season 1's a classic.
time.
And also, they've pretty much gotten rid of any sort of puzzle solving or adventure game elements. Like the first game did have some times where you had to use that noggin.
I did like that. It was like old school, like Escape from Monkey Island or like Day of the Tentacle, where it was like point and click, but you're just like,
Yeah.
all right, well, what item do I need? But it wasn't as
Exactly.
lucrative as those games. where
Yeah,
you're
it
like,
wasn't quite as tough as Day of the Tentacle or something like
It's like,
that.
I need this signpost to put in this frog, which this frog will spit out a burger, which I can give to the guy at the meat store, and the meat store guy then opens his garage door, and inside the garage I have to go into the ceiling in the garage to get the key to open the lock for my bike.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it went
Yeah,
down.
it was not there.
Yeah.
I do remember in The Walking Dead season 1 there was one part where you had to start a generator on the farm.
Oh yeah,
Remember that? I was stuck on
I was
that.
stuck on that one too.
Yeah.
I was like, what do I do? And they didn't fix the swing before it, so I looked like a little asshole. And they're like, don't worry, I fixed the swing. And it's just like there's Clementine swinging on it, and I was like, well, good, I'm a great dad.
Fucking swing. Who cares?
I didn't get the affinity points I wanted.
All right. Well, speaking of swings, we got some news, do we not?
We
We
do
do.
have some news.
We do
Brandon's moving things along here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think-
Yeah. Look at me.
You gotta do the, you gotta do the jingle. You gotta do the topic. You gotta do the name of it.
Cruising for a newsin'.
Cruising for a newsin'. Oh yeah.
We got some news. We
It's
got
our
some
weekly
news.
segment where we discuss the things that tickle our fancy.
What's tickling us, Wiley?
All right, so I know you guys are big Pokemon fans, so I thought that it might be interesting to
What gave
discuss
it away?
Everything.
It's not a tattoo or anything in my body.
Is there? You have a
Yeah,
Pokemon
it
tattoo?
is. And then the guy got
Holy
addicted to
shit.
heroin and like moved. So now
Wow.
I gotta find somebody to finish
Is that
it.
Charizard?
Yeah.
Dude, how have I not seen that?
Charizard wing. I wear a lot of shirts.
Wow.
I got too fat, so I don't wear as many tank tops now.
You know, it was a long winter.
Yeah. And I got my tits are too big now, so every time I put on a tank top, they're like, I'm like, man, I
You
should
get a
really start
training
working
bra?
out. I could get a training bra.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll show you sometime. I'll show you later.
Cool.
Behind the scenes. Give you a little.
Yeah.
Bonus features.
Do you have any others? Do you have like
Yep.
a coughing?
No, I
on
wish.
your
That's a
butt?
really. I wanted to do like down here the signs from. You remember the last level of Pokemon Snap with the constellations in the sky?
No.
I wanted to do okay. Well, there's that. They have in the sky in the last level. You're in a big rainbow cloud boat thing. You're trying to get a picture of Mew.
Oh, yeah.
And if you look
yeah.
around you, there's all the constellations of different Pokemon,
Mhm.
and they're like pointed out, and then they're like outlined. But I just want to do the constellations. 'cause
You
I
should
think
just
that'd
get
be cool.
repetitive Dunsparces.
Just
All
a
the
bunch
way-
of 'em?
All
Nice.
just cover the entire arm. Just Dunsparces on Dunsparces.
I want to do a bunch of Shuckles or a bunch of Slowpoke tails. Just
So
Bugs
this
good.
morning
That's
there
a
was a Pokemon Direct, which is
Yeah.
you guys know what a Direct is. Nintendo makes a video. They put it online. So
and it's good or it's bad.
You seemed a little disappointed, Anthony. Why don't you tell us about it?
I was very disappointed. I watched it on my break at work today, and it was cool because I actually got the live stream of it because on YouTube they had it up, and I was just like I opened the video at 9:30 is when they started the pre thing, and it was just a flat image, and then at 10 o'clock they just went on with that guy who was like, "Hello, it's a Nintendo Switch." Whoever they have it doing it now.
Not
And he-
racist at all.
Oh no, I'm not. It's just that's how he talks. I don't got a problem with it. He's probably like, "Oh, I'm a dumb white man. I had to pay for my credit card." And I'm sure they do that. You have any non-dairy creamer? Oh, we gotta get in trouble again. Yeah, but it was pretty disappointing. I thought because it was you
That
put
is
it
what
on.
white people say. Come on.
I say it all the time.
Every
I
day.
hate the powdered creamer.
Yeah.
It opens up and it starts with the trailer. They're like, all right, we got a new game coming out for the Switch, and it's Pokken Tournament Director's Cut, and it's the whole thing's 8 minutes. The whole direct is 8 minutes long. 4 minutes of this is just this trailer, this commercial for Pokken Tournament.
It's a pretty sophisticated trailer, I have to say.
It's a nice story, I gotta say. It's pretty heartwarming. It's like a kid who's like in his backpack in Malaysia, and he's like, I'm going with my Switch to go find my brother. And he fights all these people.
Nephew.
A lot of white people on the way there, too, from Malaysia. I was like, I didn't know
Are you
that.
sure
really.
it wasn't Malaysia?
Malaysia? I don't know. It was somewhere with a hat. They had the rice hats. I don't know. They took a boat and a train, and
Mortal
I was like,
I would
Kombat.
figure it would be Japan, but...
probably Japan. I've never been, so I don't know.
Raidenville.
I want to get...
Jeez.
But
Okay.
he was on the journey to see him, and it was really cool because he fought a bunch of people on the way with his Charizard in Pokken Tournament. And he was like, Red. I'm pretty sure the name, everything, all the text was in Japanese except his name, which was Master_Red. And I was like, oh, I see what they did there.
That's a good
So
name.
I know, Brapton, you're probably pretty disappointed because you just bought Pokken Tournament for the
Yeah,
Wii
I
U.
mean, I gotta. It's another game in the collection, you know. But
You shouldn't pay full price.
I didn't.
I know, I
I
said
would.
you
Oh, they scare me. Yeah, I got it for $22.
Oh, okay.
Which was
Ooh.
like,
Which at current point is going for $60 retail.
yeah, it's still at Walmart or Target, $60. But I mean, I'm excited. They added some pretty cool new fighters to the new one.
Mhm.
Darkrai.
Ducedai, the third evolution of the newest Sun and Moon, Grass Starter, which is the Owl, Archer.
Krogunk for
Yeah,
some
Krogunk.
reason.
Scizor.
Caesar.
Yep. And
Caesar, I think,
yeah.
isn't he from the original?
Gold and
He's from-
Silver.
Oh, Gold and
Silver,
Silver.
yeah.
Okay, he rings a bell.
That's what Scyther evolves into.
It's so one of my
Oh.
favorites. He's awesome.
Scyther.
With the metal coat.
Is Machop and Machamp in these games?
No, we were
What
talking
the
about that
fuck?
earlier.
Machamp is.
Oh.
Machamp is.
Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, that's what it was.
That's,
Oh.
They're
they
not
should
in
be
it.
in it.
Yeah,
they
that's
totally
crazy.
They put
Yeah.
Krogunk in it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck
They'll probably be
cares?
fast, like a small, like a speed fighter,
Or just
but
like
Yeah.
him on top.
You know what would be cool?
that'd be sick.
Electabuzz.
He would be cool. I love Electabuzz. That's why I stopped my playthrough of Sun, because I wanted to get an Electabuzz, and then I just fell off the wagon.
Yeah, one of them would have been cool too. Or they were having both of them in the Electabuzz and Magmar.
Probably because they have like 6 different versions of Pikachu.
How are those two Pokemon related? I know they are in some way.
Version differences in the
they're version
original?
differences.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Electabuzz is like a human. If Ben Franklin had a baby with a tiger,
And I got struck by lightning, and
and
then
they got
put
struck
two-
by lightning
they
with
put
a
TV horn
with a key in
antennas.
his head.
Would that be Electabuzz? And then,
That's Electabuzz.
and then if you get a weird mutation, or if you are unfortunate enough to get a tumor on your head, and then that tumor turns out to like form into a butt, and then you like get dyed yellow and red, you're Magmar.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And you got
That's
stuck
how,
face.
that's how it goes.
Yeah, Magmar was not a
Mars
sexy
man.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Magmortar's pretty cool.
Magmortar's tight. The evolutions in
Yeah.
4th gen they introduced, I thought that was
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Really,
Yeah, see, I
really,
didn't know that.
really high special attack.
Huge
Just
boy.
saying. All right, I can talk about Pokemon forever, but
Yeah.
What else,
Ultra
what
Sun
else,
and Ultra Moon were announced, which are the black and white 2s of this generation.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So okay. That's
It's a thing.
it's a thing.
It's
I don't
what-
understand
what-
it one bit. And the
It's
game,
a marketing gimmick. That's
The
all
game
it is.
came out less
November.
than a year ago.
Now,
November.
It's September
Like, it's
or November
ridiculous.
it's releasing, I think.
But they're saying what they said in the direct was that it's a new story completely. It's just like probably the same.
That's what they
map.
did with Platinum though too. Like Emerald, it was like a new story. Platinum was the same. Like it doesn't
Really?
get new until like maybe a quarter or like halfway through the game, and if that, it's just a subtle like
It's
different
just
nuances.
the
like gym leaders are
legendary.
switched
It
up or
just
legendaries are
revolves
different.
around like the legendary.
So you think they're getting a little greedy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is that it?
They just had. I feel like they probably had some assets they wanted to use or release DLC for the game, and they just didn't do it. Like they were
Yeah.
gonna do with Ruby and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. They were gonna put the Battle Tower in there because there's even a part like in the game that's like, oh, Battle Tower coming soon, and nothing happened with that.
Yeah, the problem with Sun and Moon is they did not have the amount of depth that a Pokemon game should have. Like once you beat it, you're just like, okay, I can go catch these like what was it like 4?
Oh,
of
you,
those.
you can only catch the spirits after that.
Ultra Beast.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, Ultra Beast. Okay.
Ultra Beast, yeah, you can catch like the Ultra Beast and stuff, but other than
I
that,
didn't even
there's
beat it.
nothing else you can do.
Well, how about the online battling? Was that good?
I mean,
I mean, it's like any other Pokemon game that was before
who
it.
wants to battle?
It's all just bragging rights. There's no
Yeah.
reward system for it like Overwatch or another big other like online competitive thing. You don't rank up or anything. It's purely just to be like.
Pokemon for me, like it's fun to battle with your friends, but
Yeah.
other than that, like if you can't like be in the same room as that person, be like, "Ha, dickhead, you suck,
Yeah.
fuck you."
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like you just don't
throwing
get you don't
insults.
get the glory. You could just be like, "Ha, I beat someone somewhere in the world.
I,
I beat
Yeah.
probably an 8-year-old in Japan. Sick."
Well, back to super
I'm sure they
training.
probably beat you.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I
Says
would,
supposed to me.
there is like a huge niche and like a following for like those battles though. Like it's just another competitive scene.
Yeah, that's very true. There are people out there that are very like nose to the grindstone.
Pokemon's
Right.
babied now, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
We did like the quarter I was talking about earlier when we were starting Leaf Green. I battled our buddy Eric last night, and the lag. We were so pampered now with Wi-Fi and like our instant access like wireless connections. We're sitting there and it's like you'd attack and it'd like wait, and then it would like huge delay on the attack, and you get hit and you have to wait half a minute, and then the bar would start to go down.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous.
Huh.
It was insane, but it's cool to kind of see like where it's come from. And they always have that one little guy in every Pokemon game who's right at the beginning. I'm pretty sure he's like right at your house somewhere. You talk to him, he's like, "Technology is amazing. You can do like whatever is relevant at that point.
Yeah.
You can take a shit in a diaper now."
Well, it
Adults
definitely,
wear diapers now.
you know, it seemed,
Did you know?
seemed for a while like Pokemon was kind of, I don't want to say dead, but it's definitely had just an insane resurgence in the past few years, and I feel like it's
So is Digimon
it's,
too.
It's
Almost-
definitely come back.
yeah, and like kids are playing, they're into it again.
I'm
Yeah,
super
that's
excited.
because they made it easier.
Way easier.
EV
but-
training's easier. Catching things is easier. It was so much harder.
I didn't even know about EV training when I was playing it, like when I was younger. Though
I
I feel like
never
they
knew
made it a
about
little
EV
more
training.
in
I
depth
don't-
for the
what are
older
you
crowd.
talking about?
EV training.
Yeah, you're the man to talk
Okay.
about this one.
It's
Ethan.
super weird.
Basically,
that's another reason why competitive
Yeah,
is
I like
something
that. No,
I never got into.
That's why
because-
I did get into it. Me and
No,
my friend
make a wish.
Cam would competitively, like, I had probably like 26 level 100 Pokemon that were completely EV trained.
What the fuck is EV trained?
Okay, well, wait a
All right.
minute.
I gotta lay the rock to build the
You
house.
know, like- yeah, exactly. Need the lumber. But
Lumbar
okay,
support.
so basically you get an item. Well, this makes it 20 times easier. A power brace, for example, if you want to raise a Pokemon's EV.
Which is an item a
Oh
Pokemon
my
can hold.
god,
Which-
you're describing it the worst.
What? How?
You're taking too long.
Oh, why?
Wait, so just keep
Okay.
going, keep going.
Okay,
Okay, so-
basically you go and you kill the same Pokemon.
Okay, so every Pokemon has how many EVs?
Every Pokemon is what?
Like how many? Isn't there like a certain amount of EVs like each Pokemon can get?
You kill a certain
Well,
Pokemon to
yeah,
get their
there's
EV.
like there's
So you'd grind Audishes for 2 hours to get like plus special attack, pretty much.
but you can get an extra like I think it's 30 or 40 EVs that otherwise get lost if you don't EV train. So you can add those stats onto a certain stat as long as you kill a certain Pokemon in a row, but you can't kill any other and interrupt it. So then like if you once you level up, once you
You said
level
it. You said it.
level with you. Once you level up, instead of saying like, "Oh, you got 4 plus attack," it'll say like plus 32 attack, and that it's like such a small difference, but
Okay.
it makes a huge difference when you're like battling competitively.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Interesting.
which
And
is
then-
why it's annoying.
So I guess we were
train
it's-
to play competitive.
It's
Yeah.
definitely tedious, but I don't know.
And they dulled
It's-
it down in this one, or at least the next one. Why they started? There's a little thing you can do in the beginning of the game. You don't have to, I'm pretty sure you don't have to get an item or anything for it. It's just the bottom screen. You click it. It's called Super Training, and you go and you just have your Pokemon kick soccer balls into a balloon of another Pokemon to raise that certain whatever stat you pick. It's like HP, special attack, special defense, attack, defense, and it's just like, okay, well I could do this for fucking 2 hours and just sit there and be like, I love soccer balls.
Wait, that's in Sun and Moon.
Oh man.
Wait, is
Where?
it? I don't. You're right. No,
Mean-
it isn't in Sun and Moon.
I mean, I don't EV train anymore, but I still
I mean, Sun and
train-
Moon has super training, but you have to like get
Oh,
a bunch
100.
of coins and
Yeah, level 100.
crap or something.
Yeah, I'm
Mostly
alive.
just go for the right nature.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
Under
let's
the
move on.
surface,
Alright,
Yeah, let's
yeah,
move on
well,
from
games.
Pokemon.
Yeah,
Overall, we're
whatever.
underwhelmed by
Or-
the direct, but what were we expecting?
Leaf-
E3 is next week.
Oh yeah,
If
hopefully
there's any
E3
big
will be.
announcements, they'll be there.
Leaf
Better
Green
be.
and Fire Red are still really good,
They
so
are.
you should play those.
11 out of 12 eggs.
So what else we got? Life is Strange. A few days ago, we found out that Dotenod is working on a sequel to that. And
Cool.
then there were some screenshots released or leaked that seem to suggest that it's going to focus on the character Chloe and perhaps her friend Rachel. So this means that it is going to be a prequel to the original but this is not confirmed. This is purely speculative at this point. But what do we think? Is that an angle you'd like to see, or would you rather see something else?
I think it could be an interesting angle. I mean, I guess it could go either way. I mean, it could either be a sequel where it follows around Max and Chloe, because they end up together at the end of the game.
I guess either decision you make, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Or no, it
together?
doesn't. No, it's no. You can.
I
don't want to totally spoil the end of it.
What is
but,
Life
like,
is Strange? I have not played this game.
You've not.
I have not played.
Oh,
I know it's like a
it's
girl.
okay.
So it's
made by Square
It's an
Enix.
adventure game. No, it's just published by the. Is it?
I don't know. I just saw the
can't-
Enix name on the box and I was like, ooh, that's weird.
No, it's made by a developer called Don't Nod.
What type of game is it?
It's an adventure game. So like it's sort of like The Walking Dead, as in there's lots of conversations where you have to make decisions, where you can either, be a jerk or be nice. But what was interesting about it was that the main character Max had the power to rewind time. So if you didn't like the way a conversation went, you could go back and rewind it to the start of it to see how things would change. But the results of your actions wouldn't come to fruition sometimes until way later in the story.
So you wouldn't know if you messed up or not.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
And it was cool because, first of all, you're playing as an 8-year-old girl, and you don't see too many games like that. And it's told it pretty, earnestly and authentically, their point of view, I think.
How do you know?
Well, it seemed like it.
That's true. I haven't seen a lot of other ones
tackle
tackle it. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of other games tackle like a female protagonist at a young age, where she's like right out of high school, like going to college or something like that.
She's it's the senior year of high school. She's at like a prep high school, and she's really into photography. So photography also takes like all the trophies in the game are taking pictures of certain things.
That's pretty cool.
Fucking hipsters.
It's a very hipster game.
Oh yeah, it totally
you
is.
can tell.
But it's
Tell us
also
more, Joanne.
it's better than any of the Telltale games, I would say, besides maybe The Walking Dead Season 1. It just has some really great story moments that stick with you. Like I remember how episode 2 ends. Shut up.
I like Pokemon
Anyway,
Snap.
so
That's
I've
a good
explained
game.
what it is.
Don't hit home
I
for
think
me.
Life is Strange 2, I was kind of bummed when I heard that it might be a prequel, because I feel like
What did I do?
Season 1 ended in such an epic way that I wanted to see either something completely different with all new characters, which is kind of what I thought they would do. And now the fact that it's going to go back in time, it just seems like, how are they going to up the ante at all?
I wonder, like, if it is a prequel, like, what character you're gonna be playing as, and like what are they gonna incorporate? Like, that's the same thing as
Joanna Matt's girlfriend.
As
Okay.
the rewind
I
ability.
get it.
And that's because his name's John.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but I'm wondering like what
He
kind of
said he was
mechanic
an
they're gonna
18-year-old
introduce, like the rewind mechanic.
Yeah, I wonder, because that was a power distinct to Max. That
Yeah.
it would be weird if they were like, "Oh, I could do it too." Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how they talk.
Chloe was hiding it the entire
Speaking
time.
of which, you can play it for free if you have PlayStation Plus starting tomorrow.
Oh snap! I hope it's still there. I've had that. I feel like I've had PlayStation Plus for much longer than I should have.
It probably auto renews and you just don't realize it.
That's okay.
But-
keep giving it to me.
So yeah, it's free and it's really a great game. You can also watch the review of that on our channel.
But we're not part of it, so don't. But do it because it's good.
Yeah, and you can watch a really pretty funny discussion video where I'm super serious talking about it. But
Oh,
anyway.
Wiley being serious?
Whoa.
What?
On this week's 60 Minutes, we're going to talk about.
Yeah, it
life
really
with-
is like a 60 minutes episode. It
Do you
is.
know where your kids are?
You can tell when you're really serious because you always have like the veins in your forehead go from like normal to like this way a little bit.
Really?
Not in a bad way. It's cool. It's
It's
like,
like it's like you're evolving.
yeah, it's like a mode change. You're like, hi. So today, this, yes.
Can I have a
Anthony,
beer?
shut up. Stop it. Shut up. Not in a bad way. I love you.
All right, love you too.
Yes, you love you. Bye.
I didn't believe you there.
All right, moving on from Life is Strange. I know we're Mega Man fans here. Mega Man's Legacy 2, Legacy Collection 2 announced. Going to be $20. I think the first one was $25, or maybe $30. So this is going to include 7 through 10.
I'm so excited.
You're
I'm
excited.
excited. I don't know
Hashtag.
I'm so excited.
Excited.
No, because I love 8. 8 is the shit. I want to play 8 again real bad. Except for the
I can
stupid
play 8.
snowboarding levels.
8 was the one that I thought was a Nintendo game, but you...
I didn't mean to be a dick
Super
about
Nintendo
it.
game, and you corrected me. You were like, no, it was a PlayStation game.
Actually, it's a PlayStation 1 original, and it had a Sega Saturn port, Wiley, so get your fucking music straight. Music right.
What?
So,
Sorry, it was a stressful
I've
weekend.
never played those games. So what are they?
We should play them. They're wicked fun.
Do they look 8-bit or what?
The 7 took a really different art style because 1 through 6 were all like classic, like NES. They used the same sprite artwork and the same enemy artwork, so it was a little smaller, all 8-bit. And then 7 came out on the Super Nintendo. I think that was the first one on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, I thought that was PS1.
Oh my! No, 7 is Super Nintendo, and then 8 is PS1.
Oh, okay.
8 is PS1, Sega Saturn. So yeah, you're close. You got 7. That's the same thing.
7 was on the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, 7 was on the Super Nintendo. It's super
Interesting.
expensive. We can double check it.
I didn't think they carried it that long.
Yeah, no, it's super rare. They didn't make a lot of them, but yeah, they changed it. I'm pretty sure it was like 8. Was Super Nintendo 32-bit or 16-bit?
16.
So it was, yeah, they had this like 16-bit graphics they upgraded. It had like a little bit of a darker story too, which was cool. It was at the end, Mega Man almost pops Dr. Wily. And it's really cool.
Dr. Wily.
Who? He's just like, I'm gonna you end it, and he's just like, do it. He's like, oh wait, you can't because a lot of robots means they can't hurt people, and then he's just like, oh, well, I get okay.
You are correct, sir. Super Nintendo. So
Glad
then
to have
9
you
and
on the
10,
team.
9 and
Make a
10
hell of a
were
soldier.
released digitally
Mhm.
for the PS3 and I believe Xbox 2, right?
Yeah.
And
And they're hard as shit.
They are hard as shit,
They're
and
so
they're great.
hard.
They're great though. Like
Mhm.
I really didn't beat them, but I spent several hours with each, and I was
Yep.
super impressed with how loyal to the original series they were, and how. Did you know about these, Tyler? So
No,
they're
I
like
didn't.
made just in the vein of like Mega Man 1 through 6, and they're just brand new 8-bit games, and they do it up right.
Yeah, very fluid.
Nice.
The stupid I was stuck on that stupid elephant with the ball that shoots out of its mouth and sucks it back in. You can't jump high enough sometimes.
Yeah, like there's some things that you couldn't probably do on the original Nintendo that they implement, but it still has the same total aesthetic as the original games. Like I remember, I think really early on in Mega Man 9, there are some parts where you're kind of, it's a slight 3D plane because you're standing on platforms that you kind of do a cycle on. You're like going upside down and stuff, and I don't think you could probably do that on the original Nintendo.
You couldn't, maybe. I could.
I hated He-Man's platforms in 2. Those were terrible. You said
But-
memorize the pattern.
Yeah, so I think this could be cool. You know, got all the Mega Mans in one place. Or not all of them, but 10 of them.
Yeah. Once I have them on my PS4, I'll have all of them. I just bought the collection
I bet
last
they-
week for like $6.
So let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 5 games. Or no. Yes, no, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 4 games.
Yep.
So the original collection
one
had
mega
6. Had 6, so that's like... When I heard they were announcing
Maybe
a
that's
new
why
collection...
it's less expensive.
That's true. That's true.
that's just math, brother.
You right there, niggin'.
Yeah.
Someone dropped a few eggs.
I was
On that
hoping that they
basket.
were maybe going to throw in a Mega Man X in there, but I'm sure that the X
I'm sure it's
collection is
coming.
coming.
Oh yeah.
I have that for the PS2.
I want that so bad.
The X collection for PS2 is awesome. It does 1 through... That's what Mega Man X 1
What
through
was-
6.
Really?
What was
Yeah.
the
Oh, I
last
didn't even know
collection
that.
on?
For which one? Oh, the Mega Man collection?
Yeah.
That was on
Like
PS4,
everything.
digital, 3DS, I'm pretty sure.
That's
Yeah.
more recent.
Yep. Yeah, that's the one we got, Eric, before it got stolen
That's the
again.
one that's it's really
Oh,
well
right.
done. Like you can play it with the original scan lines and everything,
Mhm.
Yeah,
or you
that's
can
good.
update it and play widescreen if you're a dummy. And it's got all this cool concept art, and I think you can maybe listen to music.
I really wish you could get, like, for the concept art and stuff you can unlock. I like that feature. I used to be way more into it when I was little and didn't have internet access or knew how to work the internet. 'Cause I'd be
Right, right.
like, oh, cool. And you just, like, get up close to the TV and just be like, hey, it's sick. But I wish they had like a feature where you could like download it. It's like, oh, save as like PDF or save as like folder, as a folder to JPEG, and like send it to your computer or something for like a reference.
Yeah.
Because that's what it'd be way more useful to me instead of like having to search it. Well, that's just because I like this style that they had. So I was like, oh, I'm doing Mega Man drawings.
And you are an artist.
So you like drawing, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
That's pretty sick, dude.
So what else we got up
cute.
on the... Okay, we already talked about the Nintendo Switch's online program, so we'll skip over that. That actually about wraps it up. We do have a little topic of the week here.
But that's going to be during the break.
Oh, we're taking a break?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I thought we were just going to go all the way through.
We gotta take a break. We have to.
Okay, I guess we're taking a break.
No, Wiley. We have to.
We have to.
It sounds pretty serious,
right.
Man. I think you should listen.
We need to talk.
Okay.
Rock talk, brother.
We will be right back with the end of the episode.
Don't
here.
wave that at me. That's scary. Ah! It's brown.
Racist.
It's not a bit. No, it's not.
That's racist.
That's not. It's a brown bottle.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching the Level With You show. Those guys are doing a great job. We've got a new segment, or this isn't a segment, this is an advertisement. And we're doing beer and game pairings. I know, it's crazy, but we thought it'd be a fun idea. So this week, I brought in a little IPA called Jigsaw Jazz, brewed right here in Western Massachusetts. It's a 9.3% IPA. Really will knock you on your ass if you're not careful. And I thought it'd go great with this PlayStation 4 exclusive Neo, which came out in February. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to play it, but this one will most definitely knock you on your ass. So I thought that it would be splendid to just pair the two and just have a night of ass kickery. And they really do just go hand in hand, and I think that they just pair splendidly together. You take a little sip, you get your ass kicked by a giant demon, you take another sip, maybe you come back stronger than before. It's got that nice pungent hop flavor that really goes hand in hand with losing to the same boss 15 times. So what have you got for us this week?
Hello, my name is Tom Hanks, and today I am pairing the beer Trooper. It is it has Iron Maiden on it, which is a very, very famous, very metal band in rock history. And I'm pairing it with the original Doom, which I have previously been playing. And simply, how do I pair these two? It's a very metal band. It's a very metal game, no?
You're totally right there.
If I had the new Doom with me, I would have put it out here. Because the new Doom game has lots of metal music similar to this fella right here who is holding the flag.
Should we open it and have a sip?
Oh, I hope it is twist off, but it's probably not.
I've got
it's
the opener right here. I don't know why my accent just changed there for a second. I think that
That is fine, you know. It does not matter where you're from.
Okay, I'll let you have the first sip. Pretty metal?
Oh, that is metal as fuck.
Well, that is a relief.
It is premium British beer, which will very well go with killing demons
Oh, I can definitely
into
see
the
that.
night.
Yes, absolutely.
Spreading the blood of most demons and Nazis through hell.
Absolutely, absolutely. So join us next time, and we'll have another great beer pairing with a game. It's a new thing. We're really trying to pioneer it. We hope that you'll join us. And now, back to the show.
Good luck.
Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of episode 5 of the Level With You show. We went a little longer than we usually do for the first half, so we're just kind of going to be wrapping it up here. Our topic of the week this week is all about boss battles and what we love or don't love about them. Maybe some of our memories of our favorite or least favorite bosses. I personally have noticed that they've seemed to have had a major resurgence in the past few years.
You got that right, Greg. That's right, Bob.
They were phased.
I'll tell you.
They were getting phased out, and I remember hearing a lot of talk about, are boss battles necessary in this day and age? do they really add to the gameplay? And then Dark Souls came out, and they were like, fuck yeah, they do! And now they're everywhere again.
Ass spanked.
So, all right, so you wrote down a few notes here. Let's just talk about boss battles.
I got a little bit of boss battles, but first I wrote boobs on the paper. I don't know why I did. I was just thinking of boobs.
You say boss battle, and it's just like,
It's pretty. What?
I mean, what really makes a
really
boss?
is a boss,
A boss is an enemy that has
or a
more
manager
health than a typical one that you gotta fight.
Yeah, but he's a bigger guy. Sometimes a little bit fatter, sometimes a little bit taller.
Oh, wait, we're not talking about real life.
No, this is
okay.
No.
This is just
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta fight your real life
So
boss
when
too.
you think of a
That's
boss
true.
battle in your life
Give me a
that
rank.
has made a big impact on you, whether positive or negative, what's the first one that comes to mind?
First boss that ever
the first one that
No, like there's the first one that sticks out in your that pops in your head first, just
Probably
kind of
the
like
worst
a
one.
psychiatrist word association game. Boss battle.
Honestly, not even
Explain.
joking. Super Ram from Doom. I think it was Doom 2 for the PS1.
Doom 2 for PS1?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they came out with Doom, Doom 2, and Ultimate Doom.
okay.
And Super Ram, you just go out into this like open area. Well, it's not. It's open-ish. You're outside and it's closed in. Then all of a sudden there's this big ass fucking pixelated ram, and he's just
pixelated
he's
ram.
just blasting shit at you, and you just gotta run around corners, shoot your rockets at him. Pew, pew, pew.
Angry 16-bits.
So why did this boss stick out to you? What was memorable about it?
Scared the shit out of me at first because I was like 8. But
Yeah.
I mean, that whole game freaked me out. The main menu is terrifying. It was like, you ever see it?
I can't
It's
even
like,
start a new game. I'm too scared.
No,
like
literally, like the main menu is just like flesh and faces like sewn to, well, not sewn together, just like kind of melted together. And it just, yeah.
How about you, Anthony?
It's a very
Okay.
eerie game.
Probably the one that I thought of when I was thinking about it was there's RPG for the PS2, Grandia 3, and I was a little wee boy. I didn't really know how to play games as much as I do now. And there's a boss fight where it's 2 of the like Team Rocket type characters, or they're like not the main characters, but they're not the main bad characters, but they're working for the main bad character, but they're really bad at what they do. So you beat them up a lot along the way. And there's one point like midway through the game they come back and they're actually pretty challenging. And I think I restarted that fight maybe more than 20 something times. This is like good old PS2 days where you have the save point, you have to walk 20 minutes to the boss, but along the walk, if you want full health and you want good strength, then you just gotta
What
stop.
are you writing?
Just some boss fights that are coming into my head.
There's a good Venn diagram.
I have another one.
What is your other one?
Browser.
Bowser.
But yeah.
He gives you
Which-
the runaround.
From Mario 64.
Okay.
I'm just grabbing that stupid turtle tail and whipping
I just
him.
remember it from. I just remember the first one where you just have to pick them up 3 times and
Yeah.
toss them.
Yeah.
So long, Gay Bowser.
So long, Gay Bowser.
So how about like more recent ones though? You guys are going so old school.
Oh, man.
Anything that's
I feel like I haven't played a lot of recent games.
Thunder
that had
Ganon.
boss
well, you just
Yeah.
played Neo.
Thunder
Yeah, but-
Ganon.
I mean, like they're
Thunder
alright.
Ganon.
I mean,
Thunder Ganon?
those
Oh, yeah,
are
he was
cool.
pretty
They were
good
cool
last
boss
battle,
battles, but not something that like impacted me. Like I thought, like I kind of knew what to expect. I knew
Like,
they were
what
gonna
pissed
be
you
intense.
off? Like, it impacting you, like, made you remember in a way, like, either good or bad. Like, what was good, memorable, or what was, like, what pissed you off beyond more than most things? And not Dark Souls, because it pisses everybody off.
I mean,
Or Bloodborne.
There wasn't a whole lot of like. I mean, what I go back to is like Kingdom Hearts because I feel like they have like a lot of really cool boss battles.
The secret bosses are stupid.
The secret bosses were stupid, and like Sephiroth was fucking
That was dumb.
impossible.
That it took me so long. I only beat him on the
I'm
second
pretty
one.
sure I never beat him.
You said you did. The first one, the first one. But I never did. I didn't beat him on the first one.
But yeah, there were some boss battles in Kingdom Hearts, and Kingdom Hearts 2 especially, that took me 1,000 tries to beat.
It was really hard to grind in Kingdom Hearts. You'd have to go to that one area you know that enemies would drop like a lot of experience and just grind. And once you kill the enemies, they don't respond. So you have to walk 2 areas back so it reload that area, all the enemies, and you'd have to walk back to that area to grind more
That
and
sounds
repeat
terrible.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. They don't have a good grinding system, but yeah, I can agree because there's that one in Aladdin stage of Kurt Ziza or whatever, and
That
it's
guy
just you
was
have to use
pain,
magic
too.
the whole fight.
Yeah.
And he's just this big like scorpion scarab thing, and he's got like little twirly scimitars. And he's just like whopping around, and you're just like, I don't know what's going on in this little tiny sand arena. I think the only way you can damage him is with magic or something. And there's also the Grim Reaper you fight in like Peter Pan's world outside of like Big Ben, the clock tower, and you are on a
Those boss
timer the whole
battles are
time.
so cool.
It was pretty
They're
good.
so cool for the time.
It was pretty cool. I thought it was like super secret. I was like, oh, this is I didn't play this. This is crazy. I was like, what's this cutscene?
The most recent boss battle that got me not in like pissed off beyond belief to the point of having like to take days to beat, like back in the day. But Thunder Ganon from Breath of the Wild was pretty goddamn hard.
I beat it my first try.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
You're
I did.
a fucking liar.
No, I totally did, because you can have as many healing items as you need. Like, you can. There's no limit to how many healing items you have.
Sorry to break it to you, dude. I did too.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No,
I didn't know. Well, okay, the
no,
one
you
part that was really
didn't.
bad was when he's throwing all the spikes down, and I was just like,
that's
I
the
didn't know
part.
what to do. But
that's the part.
I
I
don't
was
know how
like,
I got-
what the fuck do you want me to do?
what do you have to do? You have to take your scab, right? You have to
Okay.
peel your scab off.
Oh, I
and throw it
thought
down.
you were being voice
I did, but what do you do to do that? I forget. What do you do? When do you do
You
that?
have
You use your
to-
slate thing?
yeah,
Okay.
pick it
Yeah,
up
that took a while.
poke 'em
for me to
with
figure
it.
that out.
That was a pretty cool boss fight, and I definitely saw some Dark Souls influence in that game, because I think that was the first time in the Zelda series where they had a health bar, as
Yeah.
opposed to like
3 hits.
hit him 3 times.
8 hits, yeah.
Yeah. So those were pretty neat.
Like,
I do have to talk about the Soul series a little bit, because I feel like that.
Well, you can talk about every boss in it.
Well, I
You
mean, so
just-
there's over 100 bosses in all the Souls games now.
That's too many.
A few that stick out in my mind as either the best or most frustrating. The first boss from Bloodborne was an absolute huge bitch for me, because that was actually my first entryway into the Souls series, and after that it was no looking back. In 1 year, I think I did. I played through Demons, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, and like all the DLCs. I just went
You've
all
seen
in.
some shit.
all in,
Just went
yeah.
off the grid.
That's like the modern day
But
equivalent
the
of
first
Nom.
time I was like, this is just not fair. I am dying in 3 hits, blah, blah, blah. And it was just, it's the something beast. It's like the Celtic beast or something. I can't even remember his name right now, but he just hits with such ferocity. And that's what Bloodborne does better than any game, is that the enemies feel like they're like going crazy trying to kill you. They're just like, rah, 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 rah.
I don't care what I hit.
I remember
Just-
you showing me one of the bosses, and
Yeah,
it
I
was just screaming bloody
Oh, was it the
murder.
fetus?
Yeah.
The fetus plop?
No, that's another one that sticks out. That's the final boss from the DLC of Bloodborne,
Oh.
the Orphan of Kos.
That thing is scary.
Period.
That
Bloodborne.
thing is scary as hell, and I've only beaten it to this day co-op. I was playing with 2 in the morning with some friend from the IGN message boards.
What's his
Oh, that's
name?
awesome.
Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah.
Where did he touch you?
Santo is his name. If you're watching, Santo, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.
See, you gotta do shout outs.
High friends and high places.
So that was one of the best. Vicar Amelia, which is I think the third
Yeah.
or fourth boss of Bloodborne, who Tyler was stuck on, I know, for months. And
well, maybe you
I
just
was
talk shit
stuck
to
on-
him. Maybe it'll be easier.
It's
For
just
months.
well, he gave
Wow.
up
Yeah.
after that.
I was
He
gonna say,
I was
holy
stuck on it for so long, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Buiva.
We actually when we were, because Tyler and I went to college together, and we did some video game videos there. We did a let's play where we attempted to beat it, and you got so close
I
that
know.
last time,
I was so close.
and it was sad. But anyway, that's what they do.
By the bosses
I
beat
so
ya.
many tries.
So other boss fights that stick out to me as the most frustrating ones, I go back way to the PlayStation 2 with Final Fantasy X.
I think I know which ones you're going to talk about. Because I
What's-
have it written down there.
Seymour?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Seymour.
his stupid. I hated him.
Yeah,
Oh, his so
Seymour.
many
I
forms.
remember when you fought him. Well, you fight him like 3 or 4 times throughout the game, but there's one where you're in this
This the
big
the cliff.
ice dome,
Yeah.
big ice room, and I remember my cousin Kevin. Thanks, Kevin. You got me through that game.
Love you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kev, sweet
I just remember being stuck on that for a long ass time.
Because he uses.
And then I
his-
brought the game to his house, and he was like, "Man, you really need to go back and grind and get some good weapons.
Get your
'cause
sphere grid up,
You're
dude."
like under leveled. You don't have any good shit, and that's why you're getting your ass kicked." So he kind of showed me the ropes,
Mhm.
and then ultimately I bested him and the rest of the game. But so that's one that sticks out, and I think that he's also a villain, an underrated villain. I think that he was maybe he was not quite as memorable as Sephiroth to some people, but
he's like wannabe Sephiroth. He had
Yeah.
like the same thing going on with his blue ass hair and his weird design going. But he was like a Persian car salesman because he always wore his like red tank top but like unbuttoned up to here. And he was like buff-ish kind of, I think. I don't really remember, but he was just like
everybody's
walking
in
around.
good shape in Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
yeah,
games.
amazing. I'm like, what is this? Oh, come on, all right. I
Best
feel voice
abs in
by
the business.
Incredible. Playing all underwater volleyball.
But if we're talking frustration, the most frustration I've gotten from a boss is King K. Rool in Donkey Kong Country 2.
You were mad.
I was mad.
You got really mad. We stopped at his house when I forget we were picking something up, but he had it on the virtual console, and he's like, "Dude, I'm on K. Rool right now. I'm just gonna beat it really quick because you have to beat the stupid thorn level first before you can try him."
The parrot
parrot
one,
race?
yeah,
Yeah.
which is just the most miserable level in all of gaming.
Any boss fight where you have to do a level before you get to
Yeah.
the boss,
And
just makes it so much worse.
it's that bad. It's that world. Like every other world has like 10 levels. It's just you go to this world. There's one level. Then there's King K. Rool. And King K. Rool, every time you're like, oh yes, I beat him. Nope. Now he's invisible. Now he's throwing these fucking speary spikes at me, and it just goes on forever. And it
gets pretty Looney Tunes because he's just like he starts off with a musket that shoots like a big cannonball at you, and then
And
like
it
you hit
does,
him
like-
once, and then you hit it, and it goes, and it just like circles, and it's like
it does circles at you, and then there's 3 of them, and then it's just very,
He
very
gets
tough.
homemade.
Speaking of Donkey Kong Country, I'm sure you played Tropical Freeze. That was tough.
Yeah,
It had some tough boss fights.
That's why I love it.
Yeah,
They
so
kept that about it.
Yeah, I
'Cause
remember-
the boss fights are. I mean, they haven't always been that tough, but
there was one. I think it was the second one. You were fighting a penguin that's sliding
Yep.
around.
oh, I actually played that one.
Yeah.
I played as Cranky because he can do the DuckTales bounce.
Oh,
Right.
I never played as Cranky.
Yeah, he
because
can do the thingy.
I know. I mean, I played as him like a couple times, but I always thought that Diddy and that Trixie were better.
Yeah, see, Trixie can still hover in this one.
yeah,
right?
that's why
Yeah,
Donkey
yeah.
Kong Country 2, like,
Yeah,
it's such a sick combo.
that was the boss fights in that were tough, man. They had like each fight had 3 phases, and you only got you can get hit once or twice depending on if you have the extra hearts, but.
Yeah, actually,
Tough
I forgot
game.
about
Yeah.
that. They had the hearts in that, so you get hit once and then the one
I
more
want a
chance.
new Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Aw, man.
Well, I'm sure.
I wish. they
I wonder what Retro's making for the Switch, because they developed
Mhm.
Returns and Tropical Freeze, and they're all obviously made Metroid Prime. So I would prefer.
They made Metroid Prime?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. I
One,
haven't played
two.
that game in years.
I have the collection for the Wii. That's probably one of my.
That's worth a
most-
lot of money, I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
Well, yeah, like 75-ish, 100, yeah, but.
Good chunk of change.
Yeah, a good chunk of change. I like having it.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Good chunk of cheese.
So, yeah. Any other? Oh, Metroid Prime. That had some good boss fights. Did you guys play that?
I got too scared. I was playing in a
What?
maze. I don't know. I was a little
What
Chucky
are you
Finster growing
talking
up.
about?
I was just like, this is all dark. It's not like Metroid 2. I do have to give it. Prime 2 had a great soundtrack. Really
Prime
good
2?
soundtrack.
I never beat Prime 2. And, I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I never beat Prime 1 either, because there's
It's okay, I didn't
there's the
either.
end of the game where you have to find these 12 things.
With your scanning stupid visor? They have to scan
Yeah, I
everything
don't know.
with?
It's like really hard. You have to find these 12 things that are. I don't think you really get much direction on where they are. And at that point, I was just like, man, I'm just gonna go play Halo because.
This is the same thing, but I can play it normally.
Because
Yeah.
they sing to me in harmony.
But I absolutely loved the game up until that point. And I remember there was a couple really, really good fights.
I was having an asthma
All right.
attack.
Now we're just.
Giggle
I'm
plus
just pulling
party.
shit out of my ass here. I don't know.
I tried to do that earlier. Nothing would come
Why do you have
out.
to pull it out?
I'm just
Tried to have it
yeah,
happen.
just the Metroid Prime thing. Just
Yeah.
pretty random.
I like the old Metroids.
Yeah, I want to play Super Metroid. I've played Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy
Fusion
Advance.
is the only 2D Metroid that I've beat.
It's cool. It's
It
scary
is
vibe
real
to
cool.
it.
You're
nice.
a little baby.
I'm a huge baby. I love
You
it.
are.
Big
I'm gonna
baby.
make you put headphones on.
No, I don't
play
want
a
to.
scary game, and then we're just gonna
No.
record you in
Yes.
the room
No,
by
I don't
yourself
want
in the
to.
dark playing the game.
No, it's scary.
Put you in VR.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
it.
Resident Evil VR.
Yeah. Right.
That would be fun.
throw you
That would
into
be pretty
Dead
fun.
Space 2.
Speaking of Resident Evil, I guess they pushed back the free DLC for Resident Evil
did
7.
Did they?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I only heard
sad.
great things about the new one. I didn't play it.
It was
That's
really
awesome.
good.
It's really
I
good.
played through
How
it.
did you play that? If you can play
I
anything
was
else?
playing with Tyler and Matt, because Matt bought it.
Yeah,
They
we're
were
all
in my
sitting on the
basement.
couch.
Yeah. I only saw the first 4 hours, but they beat it together without me. So now I don't even know the ending.
Okay, well, I thought you were a brave soldier and
the
you played it by
First
yourself.
half of that game is better
I
than the
wish.
second.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
It starts to, like, really drag on.
Yeah, that's how they should be, though. Survival horror. You gotta survive. You gotta hold
Gotta
on to that
survive.
ammo.
You gotta survive, you got a horror,
All right.
you gotta get your arm cut off.
Alright, well, we're gonna go boil some hot dogs because we're hungry.
Did you pick up the mac and cheese?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool.
But
I'm looking forward to mac
thanks
and cheese dogs all
for
day.
stopping on by, not much of our subscribers. Tell your friends and get more of those people to subscribe so they can listen to our shitty banter.
Yeah, we're building up a portfolio, and then we're gonna hit the market.
Hit the market
Yeah.
running,
Yeah.
and then I'll trip and fall, and then I'll be like, guys, wait, and you'll be like, okay, and you'll come back, and we
Watch out for
Band-Aid.
us on billboards, social media advertising,
Billboard.
paid Twitter feeds,
Oh, yeah, so
Pandora.
Our podcast is now available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and Podcast Addict. I think those are like pretty much all you need. If there's more that you'd like to see,
and SoundCloud when I get around
let me
to
know. But so check us out there. You know, if you don't want to just sit and watch us the whole time, we're best enjoyed while you're doing other things.
it. Yeah.
Anyway,
You can do stuff and like make a
Yeah.
sandwich. That's what I do.
But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope to see you guys next week.
Miss you, love you, bye.
Stay
Bye.
level.